Hi, this is Beb. It's been a while, almost a month since the last video. I did work on several aspects, and I feel that I have enough to share once again on the advancement of the game. As a quick reminder, I'm working on my new game, The Descent. This is an adventure puzzle game in which Zad, the main character, is investigating a strange building she found in the forest and that has emerged out of nowhere, and which is extending deeply underground. This building is visibly inhabited. Small robots seem to fight against strange glitchy entities, and Zad wants to know more, and she tries to find her way through to explore and understand what's happening. Okay, so first of all, I had enough of grey blocks and basic materials, so I added a couple of textures. These do not intend to be definitive, but at least are closer to what I'm aiming for. As you can see, there is a lot of concrete. Honestly, I like concrete, and I'm fascinated by the brutalist architecture, from which I'm trying to get some inspirations. I particularly like the typical lightning and shadows you get from light wells and various concrete beams. The mix between concrete and more sci-fi assets like robots might look odd, but I like the contrast and the contradiction it brings. And also, the more you progress in the game and the more strange and paradoxical the building is supposed to be. In the same vein, I also made some more basic assets, or remade some of them in some cases. I did some very basic modular system for the building itself, with a base tile of 4x4 meters. It's not great for sure, but it does the job for prototyping, and it is easily expandable. I spent some time on redoing more carefully basic actors like doors, lights, lifts, buttons. And finally, I added more animations to the main character for various interactions. I was super happy to learn that you can mix animations from Animation Blueprint, which is the state machines of Unreal Engine, and from animation sequences or montages. It makes things so much simpler when you need to override your animation blueprint with a one-shot animation, typically pushing a button or grabbing an object. Oh, and this jump animation, which is like super weird and bad, I'm going to change it at some point, of course. So this is it about textures and assets, but I've spent most of my time coding two new NPCs, the workers and the overseers. The walkers don't do much at the moment, except looping a base animation and staring at the character when she passes close by. It was fun to do actually, and I really liked the result. I spent hours playing with this very simple NPC. Overseers do slightly more. They patrol, they look around to be sure that all is fine, and if they find some anomaly, they react immediately with violence. These are not nice guys, honestly. And as opposed to the two other NPCs, the globule and the walkers, they will be hostile to the main character. I expect the player to meet them first in an open space walking area, where they watch the workers and monitor the smooth running of operations. It's obviously not a fun place, and this room is the first clue that the inhabitants of the buildings are organized and form a kind of dystopian society. And last but not least, I did make some work on the levels themselves. I still need some polishing, but the basic puzzles are in place. And I will probably ask a couple of close friends to test these, just to see how it goes. Before testing, I just want to add basic sounds to the game, as it really adds a lot, I think. Okay, this is it for today. My next objective is to add 1 or 2 more NPCs, but this time related to the glitchy entities. It will take me some time for sure, but once done, I'll start thinking more of adding more levels and will probably focus on the puzzles themselves. Thank you for watching, have a nice day and take care.